What I'm going to do is cover some of the items that have changed on LettingWeb since we put out a new release on Tuesday last week. The focus of this release was very much on the tenant side and how the website looks to our tenants that use LettingWeb on a daily basis. So very little will change from your perspective as agents. Very little has changed in the back end, if anything. But what I wanted to do, hopefully, was show you in 5 or 7 minutes just some of the little innovations and improvements and changes we've made to the LettingWeb site, so that you can have a bit of confidence that we as an organization are innovating and are improving and are aiming to deliver the best we can for our tenants who come onto the site and subsequently give you guys the best inquiries. So I'm just going to start on the home page, which is where we're at the moment. What's changed here is that this image on the background now rotates on a random basis when the screen is refreshed. So when you refresh the screen, as I'm doing here, the image changes to different cities in Scotland, and the text, "Find a house in a hurry," all of that changes on a sort of random basis. That's the first stage of a bit of sort of pinpointing of location for the people that are on the website. What's going to happen in the future is that this image on the background will be relevant to the location where you're searching from or what you're searching about. So for example, if you search for properties regularly about Dundee, then the image in the background will predominantly be an image of Dundee. So that's not coming immediately, but that's one of the innovations for the future, is making the website more relevant to what the individual user is searching for. We've also changed the search options so that, for example, here, rather than having scrollers here for the minimum bedrooms and rent, we've replaced it with drop-downs, which is easier to use in mobiles, and also it means it's quicker for people to search for what they're looking for. I want to draw your attention just to the bottom area down here of the website. These automatically pull in 4 randomly selected featured properties and show them on the home page. We also have big call-out banners for specific areas for searching, so one for each sort of major area where we have properties to rent, i.e. Glasgow, Perth, Dundee, Aberdeen, so on and so forth. And that drives the traffic directly through to properties for searching in your area. Taking you into the property search page, we've altered this such that the newest properties on LettingWeb now appear at the very top. So regardless of the way it used to be before, it was done on price, so now it's done on price, but prioritizing the newest properties first. So for example, this one here in Baldoby Terrace in Dundee was presumably added, well, an hour ago it says, so that means that it's at the top. And we've also made the fact that it is a new property much clearer with the addition of that. On the property view page, we've done a couple of things to tidy up the design of that. The first thing is this image. I'll come back to the image actually. There's only one image there. We put the deposit and the available date clearer at the top. And if I can find a property, which I will do just now, with more than one image, the images here automatically start scrolling. So if I just leave that for a second, there's two things I want to show here. One is that the images automatically start scrolling from right to left without any interaction from me, so that's sort of showcasing the images straight away. The reason we've done that is because now in a mobile device, if you look at a property on a mobile, that's about somewhere between 30 to 40% of our website traffic is through the mobile site. That now swipes back and forward when you're on a mobile device, so you just swipe your thumb left and right to move direction. What I would like to do now is just find a property which has got some, which has got a property description or an image description. One of the requests, if I go to this this one that I've already located for us to look at, one of the requests when we launched this version of the website was to bring back the image descriptions at the bottom of each image. This has now been done, so when you are uploading images, if you put in an image description, then the image description will appear at the bottom of the images, and that was one of the requests that one of our members made a few months ago, and we've implemented that. So you might want to put in here, study, and here ensuite or whatever, main bedroom. What I'll do now is show you this one last improvement we've made, which is the search anywhere capability. So it used to be the case that apart from on the home page, there weren't options to search for property. We've added in the search anywhere option up here. So if I just type in Glasgow up here and press enter, we go to the search result pages for Glasgow. So that was something, so on every single page, regardless of where somebody lands on the Letting Web website, because not everyone comes into the home page, some people come in through tenant content or through landlord content, whichever page they go onto, we've got this search anywhere button. The agent dashboard, I should say, my apologies, and just show you where to set the image description. So if you go into your property list, and I find a draft property so that I can show you without interfering with the main site. If you go into edit your property and upload images, all of this hasn't changed. I want to just go into the you're used to. As we showed you last time, there was the new way of uploading images, which is just to drag your images up here. And if for any reason that doesn't work on your computer, then you can use the upload image one at a time mechanism here, just for older browsers or browsers with any particular bugs with our site. But that bit hasn't changed. I just wanted to draw your attention to it because it's quite helpful. So this is where you now put image descriptions. So for example, you can type in the description here, and everything automatically saves. As you remember from the last webinar, we've implemented automatic saving on all these fields. So when you see that green tick just there, you know that the information's been saved. So there's no need to save anywhere else. So when you upload images from now on, if you would like to set a description for a particular reason, like you might want to say that this is the main bedroom or the kitchen or the study, you can put the information there. If you leave the image, if you leave the description as simply the file name from your camera, then the description will not show up. You have to type in some specific text for that. Excuse me. One other question another member had was about the purpose of the landlord and property reference number. So the landlord registration number at the very bottom of your edit properties page is down here. Landlord registration number, that's the registration number of the landlord whose property it is. As you know, you're required to put that in. Your reference number is not something which you are required to put in for a Letting Web perspective. It is simply an optional field. If you would like to put in a reference that relates back to your system internally, then it's simply a place for you to place that information, but nothing. It's not a required field. The last area I would like to show you, and then I'll open it up if anyone's got any particular questions, is this new section of the website called tenants. So this is tenant-specific content. We've got about 40 articles or so of tenant content to put onto the website over the coming 8 to 10 weeks. But this is the start of it, and this is a drive to adding real value to tenants that come onto Letting Web. And we've put articles in here. For example, this, which is perhaps the crowning part of it, is about a 16-page downloadable document showing every process involved in moving house. So it's about how to pack and about how to inform everyone that you need to inform about change of address and so on and so forth. It's every part of moving house in a single guide for our tenant members. So this area is quite prominently marketed through our social media channels and through our email marketing. So the aim is to drive more and more tenants directly to the Letting website as a result of this high quality content. And this is just the start of it. There's about another 30 articles still to go on.